All right. Let's see. So we're back with some Mindustry. We've got everything. We've made it up to Frozen Forest, but that actually only has resources that I don't need. The only Okay, so we're in kind of this like awkward position here. You know what? Let's go to. Oh, hey, we can get sand here, which means I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a whole lot of power. Maybe I can. Let's see how this goes. We're going to go here, and we're just going to go to wave 20, and then we'll just figure everything else out from that point onwards. Let's see. We don't need this. Instead of just waiting around, it's best for me to just get that going first. Okay. Let's see. So, sand. Oh, all this black stuff is sand, isn't it? Oh, but we don't have any... Wait, yes, we do have lead. I might be able to smelt silicon. Kind of depends on power. Because we don't have any coal. Yeah, because I can gather sand, but unless I can power it somehow, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. I guess we'll find out. I'd also like to look into this today. I don't know. This might just be one of those that we go mildly bananas over. Okay, so what do we do? We're gonna need more and more copper. I still don't know what this stuff is. And yeah, we do have lead lurking around. I just don't know if we have enough. But I want to get up to... I want to get up to... wave 20 so we can unlock that next zone. Okay, how much am I rolling? Some amount. I do really wish this is actually one of those games where you could unlock small perks, like starting resources. Because that actually would make a fairly sizable difference in how, like, the beginning of every one of these rounds goes. You know, say if you could bring, like, 200 more copper than normally. Be nice. Okay, there we go. Let's see. You're in the PST region, so it's 5 PM for Wander, right? Yeah. Whoops. Don't make that. That's a bad. I do really wish, canceling stuff wouldn't actually lose you the resources. But you know what? Oh well. I lose out on a little bit of copper this way, but you know what? Whatever. I want to leave space so I can get some extra resource collection things. Oh, I should have actually made them go back to back. Well, it's too late now. Let's see. Also, seeing as people were complaining about me listening to the same music over and over and over again, I have gone and grabbed at least a couple new bits of music to listen to from Epidemic, which is one of the music. It's not free music, but if you're like a YouTuber or streamer, you can get access to like an unlimited license with them for like $10 a month, or I don't even remember. But my network gives me access to that, so I figured, why not? We'll listen to that for now. Okay, so we do have wave 1 coming, and they come down from the right. Let's see, I should probably actually get a gun before I just go overboard on these. Okay. We want a router, and we want walls. I guess we actually don't need these lower walls at all. We just need routers for days. And then guns. So many guns. There we go, that should work. It require partnership and networks. Yeah. No, honestly, it's not worth it. But for me, I figured, why not? At least until I can go get some more, like, adequate... some more, like, adequate music from other places. I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna toss all this down. We're just gonna feed it into this dumb router network. We might want to actually feed an amount from, like, here actually down back into the other base, but that seems wasteful. Okay. Yeah, this is actually something I've never bothered with when it comes to this setup. I could totally have, like, a vertical alignment with these conveyors. Okay. Is that all of them? Almost all of them. Okay. So we really don't need that much lead, but we might as well grab it while we're here. Copper's the thing that we really don't need a whole lot of. Oh, right. I forgot that's not actually a complete conveyor. Is it? No, it looks like it is. Alright. And thank you, Verisok, for the 500 bits. How is it going? Hope you guys are having a good day. So, let's see. So it's a build a game with a roguelike touch? Sort of. It's a, think Factorio combined with, heavy tower defense, I guess? Heavy-ish tower defense. It's a bit of a weird duck, but I like it. Okay, we can only make a handful of these. And then let's focus on walls. Because those robots are going to keep shooting this. It'd probably be better to make some kind of, like, V shape, but honestly, I'm just going to make a stupid, I'm just going to make a stupid wall, and then maybe I'll figure out some kind of better means of handling this. Okay, that'll be good enough for the next, like, 45 seconds. So, we've got lead rolling in. Main issue is getting silicon. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is not sand. This is sand. Okay, so we've got sand. The problem is to actually use the silicon smelter, why did I do that? It needs power. It also needs coal. So why is there even sand here? What's the point of it? I'm honestly unsure. Okay. The other thing we might want to look into is getting our hands on some scrap metal. Okay. We've got scrap over here. I'm gonna undo some of this. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. Question. Arc. Oh, it uses power. So I can't use arc even if I wanted to. Okay, so what we want to do is effectively run a second line here from all of this scrap metal and just use it as ammo. I want to say There's no easy way to lay this out, is there? Should be adequate. Okay, so that's a whole bunch of scrap. And what we're going to do is just have a handful of routers going along the backside here. Yeah. And I'm just going to use large copper walls. Okay, so I could launch, but I don't want to. Because I just want to have a whole bunch of these things. Okay, so these are ammoed up. Perfect. Load that up. And we're going to get at least 2 scatters here. Okay, grab another router. Grab another router. Grab another router. Actually, router's right there. It's not a perfect defense, but it'll last a little bit longer there. Let's see, one of the scrap drills does not have a conveyor. You are correct. Not that it matters. It's pretty backed up. Okay. So yeah, if we had some kind of power situation that didn't involve coal, we could actually get some of this stuff down. Unfortunately, we need power to do any of it. Let's see, conduit, mechanical pump. It may be water-based power, but we don't have access to that yet. Okay. This game sounds neat. I like tower defense games back then. Not many today can hold up to Element TD and TD and the likes. I know, it sucks. Because, like, I would gladly play tower defenses on this channel, like, way more often if they even came close to the caliber that we used to have. But no. It sucks. Okay, do we just go bananas? I'm gonna be here for the next 20 waves. So let's just absolutely go bananas, because there's nothing. There's nothing for it. Maybe it's the fact that those were multiplayer, with co-op or direct competition. Yeah, to some degree. Though this is actually multiplayer, interestingly enough. You can actually play this with other people. I'm not, but I could. Do we want to have a second line? Okay, I'm just gonna add a couple of splitters. That should work. So that should be an egregious amount of copper, which means I should be able to get as much of anything forever as I want. So are veins unlimited, or do they run out eventually? Nope, they're unlimited. You're not supposed to be on these maps for particularly long, so I can kind of understand why it is this way. Okay, there we go. Do we capitalize on more lead? I could. I don't really have to. I'm just gonna sit here and just make the biggest guns. Because why not? Let's see. So I'm just gonna expand this line this way, and I can just put routers down at select intervals. There we go. So now those are some beefy guns. I should probably turn my attention back to the walls, because they getting a bit smacked around. 3 walls. You ain't getting through here, even if you wanted to. So last time I was playing this, I mentioned that that the small walls are technically more efficient. I stand by that statement, with one exception. Once you get menders, you probably want the bigger walls than the smaller ones. Okay, so let's just start skipping some waves, because we are wildly over prepared. Are my scatter guns firing? No, they're not. I'm not sure why, either. I don't think it needs liquid. Oh, target's air, yes. Ground, no. Oh. So these scatter guns are actually pointless. Alright. Question, do duos fire? No. Well, when in doubt. Yeah, I didn't even know that there were air enemies to contend with in this game. But this is all pointless. Yoink. Oh, there are air units in, like, wave 15. Well, shoot. Even then, I'm gonna change up my design a little bit. I mean, we've got loads of resources, so there's not really a whole lot of downside to having to rebuild. Like, this is actually just the waiting game. Let's see. Because, yeah, this costs me nothing. It doesn't even really cost me time. Because when it boils down to it, I've got nothing but time to waste. Okay. Toss a router here, here. I love the fact that I have unlimited building range. That is a nice change of pace to most of these games. I mean, it's not unlimited, but it's unlimited enough. Okay. I think that's all of them. I think that's all of them. Okay, so I was really hoping that those shotguns would be shotguns. Alright, well, time to sit here and build a stupid amount of just regular copper guns. Yeah, right side of my wall feels a little thin. Yeah, it is. They've determined it to be my weakest point here. I should probably beef it up a bit. Okay. I'm gonna run out of copper at some point, but not anytime soon. Actually, I mean, I probably won't run out of copper. But yeah, so they are chunking through my walls a little bit. But that's okay. They're inherently replaceable. Perfect. See, I know it's a bit of an older game, but have I ever done Anno 2205? No, I've actually never played any of the Anno games, because they were... If I remember right, they had a reputation for being very buggy. And a little problematic, so I never touched them. I'd like to play them someday, especially because I heard that, like, I think the latest one was multiplayer. I think I also saw my brother playing, I think, Anno 2205. But because it's an older game, it's one of those games that I'm like, I'll just play, like, the new one at some point, and then I'm just super busy. Or, I guess also the behind the curtains situation is a lot of bigger YouTubers tend to cover games like Anno, and so like I never feel particularly motivated to do so. And I'm not really sure where Mindustry stands on that that scale. But I remember like weeks before Anno, whatever the latest Anno was, I know there was a bunch of people that were covering it, and I was just like, oh, well, I mean, I could cover it. Okay, I guess next ridiculous thing is... Yeah, that looks fine. I put that there. I can... Okay. This is ugly. But that's okay. None of my base designs ever need to look pretty. Oh, I see. It's just leaving the blueprints down so I can finish them the next time I move within range. That makes sense. Let's see, what would I want to do next? Probably start exploiting some of this copper. I know we can max out on copper, but seeing as we're just like kicking around for a while, waiting for wave 20 to roll around, might be best that I just go overboard so I can have just maximum defenses. Because, yeah, I can just hook this into the other copper line, seeing as the other copper line does not seem to be terribly backed up yet. Okay. I want a second line here just for load balancing related reasons. That should do the trick. A little excessive, but that's fine. So we want to just skip. So this is going to give me a silly amount of copper that I probably don't need, but that's fine. Okay, we still don't know what this red stuff is, and we still can't collect it. Ooh. We're getting a little close for comfort there. Well, in that case, let's double up on the guns. Because what happens if you just have 3 guns thick? The answer is the enemies might get through, but they're less likely to. My only fear is that my copper production from this section is not actually good enough. Well, in that case, let's just use a junction. I'm gonna get rid of these two. When in doubt, overkill. Okay, so we need another junction. Okay. So that should give us a nice overflow, because this is getting real backed up. Almost looks like we need a third line going down through here. Okay, that looks good. Not that I think we need any of this copper. It all disappears into the mystery copper hole. No questions asked. Let's see, is the purple stuff still unconnected? You're right, it is. Close enough. Okay, so now we will never run out of ammo on either of these, I hope. And now to continuously just like jam walls in here until the enemies, I don't know, just disappear, question mark. I guess let's grab large copper walls on this layer, because I'd like to add another layer of guns to this line. I guess honestly, oh, it might be a little late. More guns! Okay, so we want to stop this for a second. Because this area can be more guns somehow. Isn't a distributor up to 7 other directions? Oh. Okay. I don't actually know if the distributors are the right way of doing things. I forgot. I didn't know you could pause in this game. That's kind of awesome, actually. Okay. That should be good. Another layer of basic walls, because I have so much copper, I don't know what to do with any of it. Okay, well, let's just start skipping waves. The only fear is we're going to hit a certain point where the the flyers are just gonna, like, sit over here and kill all my dudes before my scatterguns can even do anything to them. But that's okay. Yeah, they're not getting through. Alright, let's just skip to the next wave. The ammo is filling up. Oh, there's the flyers. Okay, they were not a big deal. Unable to launch because there's 12 enemies. But we do have flyers rolling in, and it looks like we might want to grab a couple more scatterguns. Because they come at weird angles. So, again, overwhelming firepower is best firepower. Oh. You know what, in retrospect, let's just put a distributor there. Oh. Interesting. Distributors do not actually hit corners. Mildly unfortunate. I guess I'll just put a gun in there. For no other reason than because what else can I do? I'm assuming duos can't shoot air. Oh, they do target air. Well, let's just skip to the next one. Because, yeah, I've got to get up to, oh, loadout config unlocked. Huh. See, I'd like to see you play Cupifactorium once it's a bit more polished. Yeah, I was enjoying that game. It just needs a little bit more love. And a little bit more time in the oven. And you know what? That's not so bad. I'm gonna undo these walls. Chinks in the armor are not great. Now, on the topic of Cubifactorium, I'm really looking forward to Oxygen Not Included. Because I believe the 1.0 patch is, like, days away or weeks away or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I know it's, like, soonish. And that's one of those games that I've been waiting for a while. That, I mean, obviously, it's not quite the same as Cubifactorium, but similar-ish concept, and it would be nice to see more. Wasn't that supposed to come in May? Yeah, but they moved it off. For reasons. Okay, so I'm actually going to undo that. We're going to put some walls up in here. Oh! They actually got through there. Not that it matters too much, but still. But yeah, it looks like a V shape would probably be the better idea. The main problem is just predicting exactly where the enemies are going to go. I guess they usually come down the right side. But yeah, bit risky. These guys are doing a little bit more firepower, a little bit more damage than I'd like them to. Okay. Well, when in doubt, just more walls. They'll just wreck their way through some of them, but not all of them. Okay, so we only have to get to wave 20. And then, hopefully we will never have to come back and do this level again. Because, yeah, trying to get to wave 20 here is kind of rough business. Interesting. I wonder if you can actually scum the enemies. Okay, so, yeah, let's launch. Okay, defeated 20 waves, and we end up with 5,000 lead. I don't think that actually unlocks any new tech for us, but, well, if anything ever needs lead, we're golden. Okay, so now we can unlock Ground Zero, which has... I think that's sand? I'm pretty sure that's sand. Okay, so 20 in desert wastes, 15 in the craters. Yeesh. Yeah, that's sand. No scrap, though.